throw back into the middle. Got it in stride inside the 20. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah,
and the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. He'll pull it down and run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense.
So first down here as they go back to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Fresno State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And these offenses, man, they've been struggling, and you've been waiting. Who's going to make the big play? They finally break through. They make the big explosive play, and maybe this is what they needed to get this offense rolling.
Yeah, because he's there too.
Well, here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He fires one deep down the right side. Hits the crease. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldog.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Works the middle of the field. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. That one comes out hot down the right side. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking to buy time. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense...
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Scrambling away. Going to try to get it himself. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Looking deep. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Fresno State. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field. Treat him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
Wait, does the boy check? Or jackrabbit? Or is it not called a jackrabbit? Jackrabbit.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. He'll try to do it himself. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's
Jackrabbit back. Jackrabbit.
Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
No, you don't want her to die.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He turns that loose down the right side.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field.
Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll run play action.
Hey, that's good.
Trying
Keep
to
going.
escape and get it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On the move, he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for a big gain. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And they're feeling themselves a little bit, right? Let's just make a big play, and I like it. Try to keep the momentum going. Try to capitalize. Make another big play. Taking the big shot down the field. This offense is going to be aggressive. You can tell.
Bringing the heat. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown! We'll see if they go into a 4-minute offense, try to bleed the clock, or will they stay aggressive with a couple of minutes to play? They're going to throw it to start the drive. Forced out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Makes a grab for a big play. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
An explosive play takes
Maybe they don't want the
outside
peanuts
red
back.
zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Extending the play. Lets it fly. Trying to find the end zone. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
What a phenomenal
that's good.
effort to getting the catch, getting the foot down in bounds. He's now setting up his offense here.
I'm looking for a really small girl.
touchdown.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
On this end,
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long, just plowing ahead. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Buying some time. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fresno State.
They did it on
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the double.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chugging and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
Well,
got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go.
The option look. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch, man.
Nobody did that. If
Already
nobody
well
did
within
that.
field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Plows through the defense. He can't find
they're
enough
back
room.
there.
Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
Thanks so much. Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to the Colorado State Rams, settled at just over 5,000 feet, and we have a game that will live up to the altitude. Today, we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see, the winners of 6 straight, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling.
I have forfeit. See if the shit you still hasn't had forfeit.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Coming out aggressively. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field.
They
went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He's going to take off. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got room at the 35.
I'm opposite.
He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got
There he
chasing.
is.
Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays.
I have to train him.
So much electricity now with these guys.
I could train E.J. Warner first. That'll be E.J. Warner, red, white, and blue.
Wants to go up top. Dances away to buy time. He'll pull it down. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
He has a B in class.
On 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Throws to the wideout. And this is
now he has playing.
on 3rd.
Got to give the defense.
All right, Coach. I think that there goes my playing
time.
time.
Incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Under fire. To the 10. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Bulldogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Moving away from pressure. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. Fired in from the red.
What if he wants to glue it, tape it together?
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Rushes on him. Hit as he throws.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it up to 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Pressure coming. He tried to buy some time, and the defense was not having it. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a hit. He's going to run it. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Oh, they're after him. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and the receiver, just not on the same page.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Under fire. Makes his man miss. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw
Evil is
on
illegal
first
in
down.
America.
Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's free to go.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And some room to work. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off.
It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover.
They jumped on him. If you jumped on top of
Here
a baby.
comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays. And when he gets outside the pocket.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Turning it on. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits. But
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Got the tight end outside. And they'll knock him down. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here.
He just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fresno State. Great place to start for this offense.
Oh.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Nice move there. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
The snap sets up to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own
What about you?
Last play. Now a 2nd and long.
I didn't happen to me.
Looking to fire. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fitted in the window for the score. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Touchdown, Fresno State. And the beatdown has ensued.
Original.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Here we go.
First play of the drive, wants to throw.
Hey, I gotta fertilize this semen.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Charcoal! Charcoal!
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Solid like that.
Trying to move the sticks on third down.
22 water! 22 water!
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
Keep the peanut in your pocket for a little bit.
Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going to try to get it himself. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
I know he...
When you hit this point in the season, week 7,
Well,
you
this
sort of
guy's
turn
gonna
the
be
corner
pretty
and
upset
you
when we
remain
figure out.
unbeaten at this point. You've morphed
You
into a
love me.
championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were. They knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to.
Chime is teaming up with these are the finest star athletes who are next national TV commercial airing over the next 2 months. This is a proposal for a 6-week contract with a cost of $2 the upfront yearly for $6 upfront and $1,000. Media boost and content boost every day. That's actually not good. No. Then do what? Wow. He said no thank you. Find another. Cross country like that. Big home. That's her last to bring her. Let's go on TikTok and see. Okay. Let's go on TikTok. Let's say has been given for 3 rushing touchdowns, for 3 passing touchdowns. You could do that. 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. The retard's just appear out of nowhere. Right. Here we go. And he's foiled my. I'm foiling on my body. Pretty sure.
Banner! Banner! Down! Fly, trumpet! Fly, trumpet! Flag! Charcoal! Trick 9B!
Let me coil this up real quick.
Trade them all.
Coil your back. That's his bow.
Look how far it goes. It's so bad. Marketers.
It's right. It's like living in a non-real person's body. Okay, then. See if you have this.
He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. From the 1, it's 1st and goal as they try to open the scoring here. With the run on 1st and goal. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now the play fake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's why you always...
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead.
Right, more points.
Off play action on first down. Pocket breaking down. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Fires on the move. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the first down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. He'll try to do it himself. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most...
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. And that ball's free behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Not.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. He lofts one down the sideline. Catch inside the 25. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety.
You got the feeling from really.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Using his legs to buy some time. Got him downfield. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And he makes another big play for this offense. And, man, if I'm this defense, at some point I'm going to learn my lesson. We're in the second quarter. He's already over 100 yards. Like, I better start committing some resources to this guy, or else he's going to break some records because he is putting up some numbers on the day.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He's going to take off. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Working that left side now. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could have...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved.
Yes, I'm gonna bring my peanuts. But wait.
We'll see them really hit the
There's
speed
more.
button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Under fire. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on. Looking downfield on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think...
Looking for a huge play. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown Bulldogs. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Made a defender miss. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Still looking on the move. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile.
You could just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football on the...
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Looking to scramble. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their... So, guys, we'll see this offense again.
What's not having CJ Williams?
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rushes on him. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it down the right side. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Steps away. They get to him as he throws. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. They just keep firing. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Buys a little extra time. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. It's Anderson. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Let's it fly. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Moving out of the pocket. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped them.
Finds a crease at the 20. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Good Lord.
The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things and win. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got 1 loss. I'm still very much in the thick of
Oh, her boyfriend in Jersey trying to attack somebody. Trying to find you. Let's skip right to Boise State.
On the West Coast, no two programs have rocked the establishment more than these two, and it's built a rivalry between them that's been nasty at times. It's had its fair share of cheap shots and ruined seasons, all in the quest for the milk can. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Boise State Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm going right to work up top. Oh, he's going to go up top. Makes a catch on the left. Off and running. The 10. Touchdown, Fresno State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection.
Fresno State takes over in the offense. Will go back to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. He's got
it at the 30. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
If you're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race, you've got to win games and you got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Bulldogs. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's.
This drive will open from the 15. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
On the run, still looking. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away,
and the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This is a good.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Finds the tight end. Push down for the tackle. All right, guys, let's chat about Fresno State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Wants to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
They'll leave it with him. Continuing to churn and move it forward. They're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got his man downfield. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And, man, this QB has delivered all year long. All the hype coming in as a freshman. Like, will he get on the field? Not only does he get on the field, now we're talking late in the season about being a true freshman quarterback, possibly winning a Heisman. You talk about a guy that has handled every moment and embraced it and excelled. This guy has been phenomenal.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Now adjusting. Unleashes one. Complete to the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Not losing that.
The Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Touchdown, Fresno State! They punctuate the chance. Looking to throw on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Slings it downfield. He's got it. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Well, defenses get excited with
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll pull it down. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right.
Running free. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one.
You don't have to lie.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a heat. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to run it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Rolling right and going deep. And he's got it inside the 35.
And, man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got them where you wanted them. You backed them up on 3rd down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop them. They give up the 1st down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
Makes the grab. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. Quick strike through the air for the score. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a 1st down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation.
Throws toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Off play action. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good at...
So the Bulldogs get the win over the Broncos, and you know Fresno State is going to relish this victory for every single second until they clash again. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yeah, it's like, sorry where the plate's at. Rather watch it. But on Glenn today, he went over points today. Nobody saw it. On call. This year Heisman game. Think about whether this will help your Heisman odds following this performance. If it goes Hey Calvin, we're in the same class on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I found an old copy of our first test on this quiz website. I was going to look it over instead of studying. Want to come over and study with me? You got
Brass! Brass! Brass!
You got that?
Let's go! Let's go! Banner! Banner! Set! Set! Ready! Here we go! Fly trumpet! Fly trumpet! Come on, set! Ready!
Baby.
See, almost never girls' lives this tight this season.
Every time.
I would use Someone to start. Oh my god. Hey, yo, how much? Dude, I'm not this. What for a walk in the neighborhood? Okay, it's like 3. I'll give you 150. This is the first one. Oh, I forgot.
That's what the doctor told you to do. What Calvin got it to do. He's rapping for me and you. He was rapping for the school. He was rapping for the C. He was rapping for the F, the A, F, I, L, Y. What does that spell right there? What's your name? Oh, why? Oh, you're talking all that shit. What's up, why? You guys see this? You guys see this? Why are they talking all that shit? Let's go, why? Let's see, alright. Let's see. We on our way right now, Wyoming. Hold on, let me just get these plays out of here on my way. Get these plays ready. Let's go do it. Spot for it.
Here we go, Zach. Here we go. Charcoal. Strychnine, B. Let's go. Let's go. Down.
How the hell we get the everybody grabbing the Wyoming? Let's see what y'all about. Let's see what y'all talking about. Oh yeah. Let's see what's up, Wyoming. No, it's not Wyoming. It's Wyoming. You trying to claim a United States territory or what? They were talking. Oh, look at that. They were talking all that stuff. Look at that. Wyoming. Yeah, we got all the black girls here. That's it. Thank God for this city, man. Show that breeze. Show that breeze.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Going for a big play right off the bat. Makes the grab on the right. There he goes. Touchdown Bulldog. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks.
Crazy. Like mini. I feel really good, right?
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Back to pass on second down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting it.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Connection to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Not quite like that.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Oh, they're after him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Fresno State right back to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. To the air on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If you're Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking for the score. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. The Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw again. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. It's all
Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. He's got an open man. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
He can't make the connection on the soft toss. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He is stopped well short of the 1st down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th.
really good job by this defense. 3rd down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires deep on the run. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Here's the pressure. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And the Bulldogs are threatening on 1st and goal.
Hey, 27.
They'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
Direct snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it right, but if it's not open, just throw the...
Touchdown, Fresno State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes the grab. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Quarterback empties his backfield.
Phase 27 jump. Phase 20.
To the air on first down. He'll pull it down and run. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Last hit. That's behind.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got room to work. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dances away. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. He's got it on the run. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldog. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
Let's go, let's go.
He's looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they... We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the done.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
White skin, a little aggravated. We'll probably sleep right. You tell it. What I did? No, I did.
It does not feel great to know that
It was what? It was germinated? Yeah, you got play coming. You got the wrong pop water group, man. That's not the pop water group. They wiped out. Yes, pop water group.
So
He tricked me, yo. Around the ground. Fertilizing the ground.
not now.
Oh, he's learning? It's over.
What question? I want to know why you always
I know.
outside waiting for what? Won't you get a bite?
What do you say?
If you're doing an oil change and you're not doing this, you're missing out. Most cars take 5 quarts of oil, like the Super STI, for example, and it's
Aside from the fact that you should always choose Pennzoil, because it's tested in professional motorsport series, Pennzoil also uses Shell's advanced technology, the same innovation behind some of the highest performing engines in the world, all to keep your car
They get
at
your
its
what?
absolute best. So where you buy your oil actually does matter, which is where Advanced Auto Parts comes in. If you buy...
How you mad she choosing me? I like what she do to me. She say she feel safe up here. This is where the shooters be. She say, how you mad she choosing me? I like what she do to me. She say she feel safe up here. This is where the shooters be. She say, how you mad she choosing me? I like what she do to me. She say she feel safe up here. This is where the shooters be. She say, how you mad she choosing me? I like what she do to me. She say she feel safe up here. This is where the shooters be. Charlotte.
I turned my phone into an Xbox. Let me show you how.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Taking a shot on the first play. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Fresno State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive.
He's got it inside the 30. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Bought a little time, lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's a nice play by the defense. You're trailing.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Uncorks one to the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Ready. Base.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Fresno State.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
Which is a really nice job there on that.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can. He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Let's take a second to talk about Fresno State. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Can't catch a bird
Well,
like
they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is, now can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Second down, he'll throw it. Now improvising. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. 22 water. To the air on first down. He's got it. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. They've moved to the 16. It's first and 10. Quarterback moving. Outside the pocket, lets it go.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone. Just
the drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. On the move, he fires. A strike downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to try to get it himself. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Fresno. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Valley Children's Stadium.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Throwing on the run. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires downfield. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Lets it fly. He's open on the right. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now first and 10 from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Trying to find his man in the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Really nice job by the defense that time.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
You got two! You got two! Set up!
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Here we go, here we go!
Wants to go up top on first down. He'll try to do it himself.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Designed runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now. This is a big key for us to win this game.
And the Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need a score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the fourth quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
Seagull play.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Flushed out of the pocket. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be fourth and short.
Utah State.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. The throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they don't connect on that throw, but you're seeing the 2-minute drill live and in full effect for this offense, something they practice each and every single week, looking for the sidelines, using the clocks, understanding the timeout situation. But these are plays they feel like they can run in their sleep to put themselves in position to kick a field goal here late.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. That's not the way they drew it up. They get the clock stopped, but a loss of yardage does not help in the waning moments. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Trying to escape and get it himself. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds. The play action fake. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Now on third down, and at the very least, trying to get into a little better field goal position. Buys a little time. He's going to take off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First and goal, and a touchdown will win it.
Here we go. Let go.
He wants to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
And how about this play by the offense? First and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck. And you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and
Roller coaster upgraded to silver. Trying to go upstairs. It's like we're off to the blue Saturday. Wow. Wow, Ryley. Offensive Player of the Week. MWC Offensive Player of the Week. 232 versus Utah State. 233 yards, 2 touchdowns. Oh, yeah. Y'all know they said where at his concert he got them tickets. He was in the street for the fans. I had a kind of pilot with him. Well, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna look at the car. Those guys activated. Done. Right out there now. Wait, 39. Snipe 33. Next Luther realizes it's gonna clock.
Today, the bar dog. Come shop.
Tony, you're a god.
Hold it in now. That's your hold it in.
Come on, Zach.
That's your hold it in. Yeah, okay, so. He's on come.
What do you do? I mean, I'm not random stuff like a motherfucking trash. Yeah.
Get in on the X.
Okay, buddy. I found the perfect. Wow, incredible. My kids are always.
Hey, Waylon. Toby Keith. Hold up. Knock, knock. Curry.
This ain't so fast. I'm going down for down.
I'm so. These are two things I swear by every morning. These are.
Yeah.
Vacation?
They just. No, I have. The first letter of they wanted me to do was time travel. I just got Oh, he's literally earning money while he was sleeping? Or he was just standing there, or, oh, I see. Standing there earning money while sleeping. Yeah.
Here we go, here we go. Charcoal! Strychnine beat! Cooler!
When can I see Megan? When can I see my little blue devil? No, but
Science is that's all you dig to get. That's what trust. Touch, so nobody can get you back. All you dig to get. That's what trust. All I just get a touch. Cartel, I've been looking all over for you.
Well, it's good to go. Stop talking about my grades.
And I